Hey everyone. So good news, the writers and the producers have a deal, a tentative deal. And the lawyers were working on it all day going over the final language. So it looks like they finally got a deal. Now, the writers just have to send it to their members so all the writers as a group can vote on it and ratify it. And hopefully the deal's good enough because the producers used some scary language in a press release saying our best and final offer. So when they say their best and final offer, they mean business. If the writers don't ratify this agreement, then we're all going to be screwed for the rest of the year for sure. And we won't even start the process again until January, February, and get back to work until spring 2024. So let's not even go there yet. Okay, let's just be optimistic that the producers did the right thing finally, and they gave their best and final offer, and that it's fair and that it's good enough. And I think it might be because they want to get back to work too. The Warner Brothers said they told the government they've already lost $400 million with this strike. They got to get productions going back up because, you know, that takes time to get everything going again. And then there's got to be new programming coming out next year, and they're going to run out. You know, they're putting out on their platforms and stuff some stuff that they had in the can, and it's just going to run its course, and there's going to be nothing for next spring or next summer unless this gets worked out. So I really hope that the producers gave a good and best and final offer. You know, man, this was a scary. We really stood up to the boss. We stood up to the man, and you know, the actors are going to be next. Hopefully we get to go in and negotiate soon, you know, maybe in October. And, you know, I think part of the reason why this finally happened is because some of the producers didn't have a problem with the writers' demands anyway in the beginning, and there was a few producers holding up the whole thing. But they all are together a part of the AMPTP, so if there's a few holdouts, they're holding out for everyone, when let's say half or more than half of the producers were fine with the demands. I mean, there's a lot of different production companies that were fine with the writers' demands. The A24, they got their own special deal with the actors and the writers before. That's why they're able to shoot these independent films, because they agreed to the demands. But I would love to know which producers, which CEOs were the holdouts this whole time. You know, I have no idea who they are, but I could speculate and guess that one of them might be, I don't know. But this time we had Disney CEO, Universal CEO, Netflix CEO, and Warner Brothers CEO show up to the negotiations this past couple of days. And that was probably the difference, you know. They stepped in, showed their face, and participated in person in the negotiations. And now they got an agreement. So it's good news, but it's still a little scary because it might not be the greatest deal, and the writers are just like, what the heck, screw this, you know. No, forget it. If the writers say forget it as a group and they don't ratify it, I don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to ratify it, and then we're going to be good. So stay in touch. We'll see what happens next with the actors too, when the writers are done. And hopefully we can get back to work, because there's a lot of people hurting. And it's not just the actors and writers, it's everybody. It's all the crew members and everyone. I mean, there was people working at the Doghouse sandwich shop, you know, and Big Mike's subs and Starbucks, and probably driving Uber in their big gas guzzling pickup trucks. Who knows? You know, I saw an Uber with a huge pickup truck with an Uber sign. And that's almost pointless because gas is $6 a gallon now. You know, and I heard stories where the crew, their wives are leaving them. You know, they're used to making good money, and we haven't worked much since May. You know, wives are leaving, threatening to leave, leaving, taking the kids, everything. People probably lost their apartments, probably moved out. I know some actor was in a really big movie, The Flower Moon, whatever, the new big movie coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, something of The Flower Moon. One of the big actors in there, you know, one of the other ones, not the main actor, but they had to move back home with their parents until that movie comes out, and hopefully they get good residuals, and then they'll be fine. But, you know, people have already lost their apartments, and it's hard for everyone. I'm struggling too. So I can't wait to get back to work. All right. Make sure you hit subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Hit the notification bell and hit the thumbs up button. All right. Thanks, everyone.